Hello, my name is Zilper Michelle Abong'o. I am Kenya Pipeline Company, KPC's Marketing and Business Development Manager, formerly titled Customer Relations and Marketing Manager. Situated within the company's Strategy and Compliance Directorate, I am 34 years old, an energy, particularly oil and gas expert and specialist, having been involved in the areas of trading, supply and logistics, wet stock accounting, revenue management, and now marketing and business growth ideation for a government institution. My current remit is handling the marketing and business growth portfolio within the company. Most primarily, I am involved in growth of the top line of the company's business through the throughput revenue that we generate, as well as new business forays, such as what we're currently handling under the fiber optic commercialization platform, regional market expansion, project management and development, as well as any new venture that the company wants to grow into, like LPG and new business installations or units. The key achievements that I would like to talk about when I've been in this role in the past 3 years primarily relate to restructuring of the oil and gas sector, having a private sector view of what it is that these clientele we serve would need. Second key achievement I would like to speak to was the promotional tariff that then became the permanent price review that was officiated and eventually culminated in the EPRA's announcement or proclamation of the same in February of this year, that initially moved us from a 6% spike in overall throughput, 27% spike in Western Kenya facilities, to now what is a permanent 23% growth in our revenue. The third biggest hallmark of my time in KPC has been the business cases that we have developed and put forward, and the corporate strategic plan. The two key pillars that we're charged with in this department being geographic expansion and business leadership. Another key milestone that I would like to talk about has been the sanitizer project. So this came about due to the global pandemic that we're all currently experiencing, which is COVID-19.
The Kenya Pipeline Company has announced that it has produced and dispatched free hand sanitizers.
Kenya Pipeline Company says it will ensure it supplies the country with 20,000 litres of hand sanitizer weekly.
Now, the first batch of the sanitizers has been distributed to different counties through the offices of the county commissioners and the council of governors.
And under the stewardship of our managing director came this brilliant idea to generate hand sanitizer manufactured from our own blending formulation that we shared with different corporate partners. 32 companies later, 16 government agencies later, over 100 non-governmental, community-based and faith-based organizations later, we have generated 1.5 million litres of sanitizer out of 1.2 million litres of ethanol availed to us from the Kenya Revenue Authority and distributed to 47 countries in 8 tranches that have so far been very instrumental in the sanitation initiative of the government. Another key thing that I would like to talk about has been our customer engagement and interactivity. That has massively improved into an online and more efficient, real-time sort of communication than what was there before, where we have a lot of complaints tracking, a lot of complaints closure, issues on stock accounting and statements have now essentially diminished. And we're looking at the customer as our partner towards whatever revenue targets and eventually growth patterns that we would want to have there at the core of it. And we're thinking of them from design all through to execution. And we've essentially managed to embed customer focus into our day-to-day business operations. And I am very proud to have been steering that ship and stewarding a team that has managed to deliver this effectively. Taking it back, I have attained a Master of Science degree from University College London. It's titled Economics and Policy of Energy and the Environment, EPEE. I attained this through a scholarship program funded by the UK government under the Department of Foreign and International Development through the Foreign and Commonwealth Office. It's titled Her Majesty the Queen Scholarship because it's one alongside the Chevening Scholarship that is offered on a very prestigious level to outstanding individuals. The basis of my love affair with the oil and gas sector began when I was barely 17 years old. I remember being glued to the screens on all these international media circuits where they talk about the flow of oil, literally from production to shipping, you name it. I was interested. I essentially have gone through the whole 9 yards when it comes to oil and gas. So I would definitely call myself a consummate insider, and I would definitely also call myself an expert. I come from the private sector. That is my basis, and that is my essentially initiating contact with Kenya Pipeline Company. Aside from the work that I do, I am very, very passionate about matters arts, matters youth, matters environment, matters documentary. I spend a lot of my time traveling to get to interface with the world in terms of building that interpersonal connectivity, with humanity, because what we do does affect human beings. Energy does affect human beings. Energy does affect nature and the environment. And I feel like at a very soulful level, I am connected to all the forms of life and energy that we generate and that we produce. I have also been awarded in various niches of my life. I had the opportunity to write as a collaborative writer in a coffee table book that was published in 2010 called Seeking Destiny, and a conversation with high achieving women in Kenya. I've also been feted as the best presenter at one of the undertakings we did with KPC in Johannesburg as the best national oil presenter. Looking at opportunities in Africa, let's begin at home. We talk about Senegal having a 22% penetration rate in terms of use of LPG for home use. Kenya has that potential easily, with greater storage equals greater access equals cheaper pricing equals higher penetration. We need to create more opportunities and connectivity in terms of corridors, and so the Kenya Transport and Logistics Networks creates that opportunity for energy to reach as far and as deep as it needs to within the economy through rail, through pipeline, through road. Globally, of course, we've seen countries become more energy independent, such as America. So I think more countries are getting oriented towards enhancing their energy mix away from just fossil fuels. And KPC, being at the heart of fossil fuels transportation, then needs to continue thinking about how we then facilitate and engage in infrastructural enhancements that then allow for private sector to invest in cleaner energy. So I believe the future is great. Of course, we know of LNG ventures in South Korea at up to the level of transportation. And we also know of Turkey using autogas. So I see the future of energy definitely being more alternatives-based, more innovative. And I believe that KPC needs to very much be within those conversations as we take this to the next platform. So for me, KPC, sky's the limit. Our horizons are unlimited, and our strategic plan definitely demonstrates this.
Wherever we go, we'll be ambassadors of KPC in spreading that great brand equity and ensuring that our customer knows that they are valued in this organization.
Now, Zilper and KPC are a merge and a union that's an ongoing story. If I would put it together, I would say that this is where my soul is, in public service. So having worked all of my years in corporate enterprise, I felt the need to give back to society. And coming back to this, it reminds me that the most significant part of a person is their passion. Energy and me, I feel, are a kindred connection. I believe that KPC has a potential, has the capability, has all of the wherewithal within the continent and within the world to actually transform how we look at fossilized energy into a new growth agenda, which is alternative and renewable forms. I anticipate that KPC will continue to play its role. I anticipate that KPC has the capability to play that role. And I anticipate that I have demonstrated my capability within this global system and within this KPC environment to move the company forward. And I want to continue to do what I am doing, only on a grander scale, to actually deliver on our policy mandate, which is to transform lives through efficient, safe, reliable transportation of energy. I look forward to being a continuing member of this team at an executive level, and I do indeed look forward to the youth being able to hold on to this agenda and make it work.